Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. So I have found a use for all these little fuzzy fabrics. Well, maybe not all of them, but some of them. And yes, it's raining and you're going to hear it. I'm totally sorry. I really am. Totally sorry. But anyways, the first thing we're going to do is let me tell y'all, when I talked about button covers in my flower DIY, this is how I purchased them. Okay? At Hobby Lobby. Button covers. I have the attachment that goes with them, but you can buy the kits, but I just buy the replacements, okay? So that's what they look like in case you did not know. You're welcome. Alright, so I'm taking this one maroonish looking one that I found, and I've already cut it, okay? And y'all, I figured out that I could put all this on here and cut it and just remove this board. And that seems to work better. But anyway, I'm just going to lay these two on here, okay? These match perfectly. Let me put this way. Okay? Y'all know what? I'm going to sew them together. I'm going to cut them out together. That way I could just pin it while I'm going. So right sides together. And then I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to be making baby washcloths. As you know, if you follow me, I have a baby coming. Well, not me, I'm 50. I ain't gonna have no baby, but my daughter is having a baby in August. My middle child is having her third, and so I'm just gonna make some things for her. And so yeah, so I'm just gonna put this on here, and I am going to cut out the size of my thing here, which is 8 by 8, I think, 8.5 by 8.5, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter, just as long as you're at least 8 by 8. Y'all see how easy this thing works? I am in love. If I don't hit myself with my rotary cutter and cut my finger. Y'all, I told y'all I'd tell y'all about this rotary cutter. Absolutely love it. Okay? Oops, I went off right there. But I absolutely love it. Easier on my hands. And it cuts like butter. Just telling you. Okay? Cuts like butter. I've already made one of these, so I know what I'm doing. But anyways, I highly recommend. It has a thumb holder right there. This is rubber, or yeah, it has to be rubber or silicone, something like that. And you do like that to open it. The only thing I don't like about it, to be honest with you, is closing it. But it's getting better. It's like, it was really stiff at first, but all you do is just flick it. It's so easy. But when you want to open it, it has a rubber piece right here, so you just rub it and it opens. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. Okay. Now, I just want to take this, okay, and I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin it and take it over here and just stitch around it. Now, I honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm going to pull my pins out, but I have found that if you put this one on the top, it goes better. It goes better. It flows better in my machine. I don't know. That way this isn't pulling as bad. So I'm just going to leave this open. And also, for all of you that said, and I'm not being disrespectful, don't get me wrong when I say this, why didn't you put your wheels on this last? Okay, if y'all don't know, them sticky tabs are not gonna stick to fabric. Okay, they might for a minute, but they're eventually gonna rip off. And when you're moving this, they're gonna just be rolling on that fabric, and I wasn't about doing that, you know. I did this with my rigging knowledge, but you're welcome to do it any way you want to. But I'm just telling you, when you, let me show you in case you don't know. I'll link the tutorial if I remember. But these right here, if you stick that to fabric, this fabric moves for one. Okay, so these would not, it would not function that way. I'm telling you, it would not function that way. However, I did order more wheels. Okay, I ordered more wheels, and I'm gonna put wheels right here because it seems to give. So I'll put ones here, and or maybe on this. I don't know. I won't put it on here, but I might put it on here, and then I'm gonna put some in the middle because this is just, I mean, it works, but it gives a little on the edges, and I don't like that. So I'm going to reinforce my edges. I might leave that thing in the middle. I don't know. But anyway, for you that had that tip for me, I mean, I do appreciate it, but it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick to fabric. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I've got this cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open, but I will tell you an easier way to turn it is to sew a little stitch right here and a little stitch right here, and then turn and stitch around. So what I'll do is I'll stitch down, go down, around, 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 back to here, and stitch in here. It will help it when you turn it to get your fabric tucked in. I will also tell you that hold on, I got a frog. Sorry, I hope my frog's gone. I will tell you that, you know, like I said, as long as you have this up, this facing up, a regular sewing machine foot is fine. Okay, you just got to have this slick up because your feed dogs don't really like it. Now you'll have to make sure that you have these two together because this is shifty. Okay, see, it's very stretchy when you got it going this way, so it's a little shifty. So but I'm going to go sew this, and I'll be right back. Here comes this frog again. What is going on with me? Okay, first of all, it's raining a little bit harder. Second of all, I fibbed, okay? I had to switch to my walking foot, and I forgot that the last time I sewed it, the one I did sew, it bunched up, and I had to use the walking foot. My brain does not work, okay? So this is what it does if you don't have the walking foot. Now you can get this type of walking foot, which I think is better. Let me show you my other one. Now this is my other one, and I did not know I was going to do a tutorial on walking feet, but I bought this one because it's snap-on. This I have such a hard time getting on. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyways, this will move, and it moves this blue piece. See, it'll go, and this is supposed to pull it, but it doesn't have enough. Like, this has feet here and here and here, and I absolutely love these, okay? They're not that expensive. I think I have one linked in my sewing category on my Amazon store. If not, I'll check, and if not, I will. These are not that expensive, and these are, like, I need to put this on my machine to sew all the time because I absolutely love it, okay? But anyway, so I have this like this. Let me set these over here. I have this like this, and I am going to trim my corners just because it reduces bulk on the corners, okay? So I'm going to clip corners, and I'm going to use this one. This is a great point turner. Not that I feel like I'm doing commercials all the time, and I don't mean to. It's just I got stuff in here, and I absolutely love it. Okay, now I've got that open. I know I do. Yes, I do. I'm bad about that. Bad about that. So I am going to see how those just tuck right in. I'm telling you, I saw this trick, and it's awesome. I don't remember where I saw it, or I'd tell you. I can't remember nothing. But just so you know, this is not my idea. I didn't come up with this. I seen someone do it, but I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this flat, okay? Then I'm going to go to my machine and I'm going to start on this side once these are pressed flat. And I'm going to stitch all the way around this and give it my top stitch. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here. And so this don't flop when you're washing the baby. I'm going to sew an X right down this washcloth. Okay. And I will tell you that it's hard to get wet at first, but the more you use them and the more you wash with them, because I've had one, I done one. I didn't want to show you something that was junk, okay? I love it. It's really soft and it's really nice on the baby's skin. Okay, I have this one top stitched. Look how beautiful that, I'm telling you, that foot's awesome. So I just want to show you a trick to get your lines in it so you're not crooked. Put it on here, fold it in half, give it a press. Okay, yeah, I have my steam on my mat. If it, look, she's spitting. Why is she spitting? Oh, she's almost out of water. When she's thirsty, she gets mad. Just saying. But now don't iron in the middle because you'll iron your line out. Take it and just push it on the side. Okay, just give it a little press on the side. You'll get your initial line here. And press it on this side. But anyways, if this gets stinky, if it ever does, I'll just buy a new one. They're not that bad. But see, now I have my lines and I can just go sew and follow my lines. So this is mine already done, and y'all, it is raining so hard I may have to stop videoing for a while until maybe it calms down, because I wouldn't listen to it. I wouldn't. But anyway, this is one I've already done, and I have been using it. I've been testing out. They're going to my daughter. This, you know, she won't care. But make sure you pre-wash your flannels. And this is scrap flannel that I had when I did the burpees and stuff, okay? So, yeah, you can sell these. Make sure if you do sell them that you do pre-wash at least this fabric. This fabric you do not have to. If it's poly, you normally don't have to pre-wash, but if it's cotton, you definitely do because it will shrink, okay? Okay. Whew. It came a heavy downpour. I'm not even gonna lie. But I found this little guy on Pinterest, and I sized it to 8.5 inch, okay? Now, I don't know who the creator was because it was shared by so many people. I do not know who the original creator was. But I found it as a free printable nonetheless. So it's 8.5 from here to here. So when you resize it, you want to resize it that big. You can resize it for free, I think, in Canva. If you know how to use Canva, or I use my Silhouette program. But we're going to make a little, not just a little bear, but I'm going to try to make a little passy clip bear. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, that was a fresh one right here. These are not a fat quarter, okay? It's just a piece of fabric. Matter of fact, this piece is 12 by 24. So it's not a fat quarter per se. Now, you can draw this on, I think. I don't know. I've never done this before, y'all. Honestly, I have never done this before. So I'm going to fold this over to get a piece that I need, and I am using my walking foot because I'm scared not to. So I'm just going to pin this puppy down. Okay, and it is some intricate lines. So if you can't do this, here comes that frog. I'll show you how to do a regular passy clip. I will tell you, when you go up his crotch, just make a straight cut right there, straight cut right there. When you get up here, just take the end of your scissors and start snipping. And you have somewhat of a cut there. This is not, I searched for an easy pattern. This is not that, and I like to sew, and this is not that easy. It's a pain. Alright, just this crotch is a pain. Or if that makes, never mind. I have this all cut out, and while I have it like it is, I am going to put pins everywhere, okay? I don't want this to shift at all. So you are to leave it open somewhere around the leg, okay? We're just going to cut, you know, I don't know. So if this is flapping, let me see if I can find my normal passy clip pattern. Okay, so I can't find it. So what I did was I cut a piece, and it is 3.5 wide. Well, it's not perfect. And it's about 9 inches long. So the way I normally do it is I fold this in half. Okay. And I'll get my line. I need to even this up. Okay, so now it's 3.5 by 9. So what I would do was I would fold it in half and press my seam here. Finger press is fine. You'll find it. Trust me. And then put this one in. Now, I don't make them very fat. That's just me. Put this one in. Okay. Fold it over on itself. Now, I be ironing all these pieces, okay? Alright. Iron this just like this. Then you would take and unfold it and iron both ends in like this. Okay, when you have this folded, this end will be finished. You take it and you put it through. I get these at Hobby Lobby as well. You can find just this kind. You can order them on Amazon. And when I get it, I fold it down and just sew right across this right here. And then the rest you'll see me do. But this is the only thing that's different. That makes this just a clip, okay? And then when you clip it on your baby, it just does that right there. So normally I use these. So your end would look like this. Okay? And then your other end would look the same. Now you're going to take a piece. This is paracord. Tiny polyester paracord. And I did get it on clearance, but it was from Hobby Lobby. Okay? And it was with the ribbon. They may still have it. I don't know. My store's been weird. So I'm going to cut a piece. Okay? Because I am going to make an extra passy clip here for my daughter. Sandwich that in there. And when we stitch this, we're going to stitch. Now normally, I take this, and I'm not going to lie, I don't leave it like that. I tie a knot. Okay? I tie a knot. You just want this big enough for your passy clip to come through. Okay? I have a pink heart that does not match. I'm going to do a flower because it's flowers, duh. Okay, so you have to make sure that when you sew this in, first of all, your knot's up in it. You don't want it where your needle's going to hit it, okay? So you want it long enough. But this has to go around this, okay? You got to make sure that you have enough room for this to go around and in and out it, because it has to loop around itself to get on the passy, okay? So that's the way I'm going to do this passy clip, alright? Now for this bear, you got to have enough sticking out to where your bear will loop through your hole, okay? Because this whole bear has to loop through this to get around your passy. I've never made one of these, I'm just going to be honest with you. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer because I am going to tie my knot because it frays, okay? You can singe it with a lighter as well. It won't hurt it 1 iota. But I'm going to put it here, and I will singe it just because it's so bad, you know. That way I know nothing's coming undone. Alright. So, that's what we're going to do for these two right here, okay? So, before we sew our bear, we're going to stick this in his head. We want it down in his head. And you can pin or clip this right where it is. I am going to clip it. When I get two of there, I'll straighten it up. But I'm just going to go stitch right around my bear, and I'm going to go close to the edge. So what I will do is I will put this on the edge of my presser foot, and then put my needle all the way over to the right. Okay? And that's how I'm going to sew this one. This one I'm just going to top stitch all the way around in a small stitch and close this one off. Alright? I got to do this other end. Y'all, I got to here and I was like, you can't sew that like that. This has to be tucked in your bear. It has to be tucked in your bear. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I wasn't. I don't know. But I already sewed the side. So I'm going to shove it over there so that I don't sew over top of it, because you don't want to sew over top of it. Now I can go sew around. And I will tell you, this is crazy fabric. And it's not a perfect bear. Look. But I've had to lift my presser foot and move my fabric, okay? So you'll have to lift your presser foot. Even the foot that I'm using, I've had to move it. And I've used white thread so you could see, but I've had to lift it up and get around my corners, okay? You'll have to play with it. If you can't do this, by all means, you can do this one, or just go buy one of these, because I was trying to use that fabric somehow, but this, I don't know. This is not a beginner-friendly project, okay? The washcloth, yes. This, no. Okay, y'all. This is where I started, and you go over it a few times, okay? So you know it's not going to come out. Now I got everything. I'm just going to turn my bear. Y'all, this was, I'm telling you, if it was different fabric, it would have been easier, like a felt or whatever, but this is just, it's so cute though. I saw it and I thought bear. I never thought I'd be making a bear like this as a passy clip, but I thought bear. I'm getting all froggy again. Hello. It's like a glove. Okay, the head's a little wonky, scary, maybe. I don't know. On to this one. So you're going to take this now. It's all sewn. Look, all the way around. I went over and over and over that. Now, when you go down this side, scoot your knot that way. When you go down this side, shimmy your knot over that way. That way you're not having any skip stitches or anything like that. So now I just got to take this, run it through the front, because you want this in the back. Turn it over, and all you have to do now is just stitch across your stitch line right here. And you have a cute little passy clip. Okay? So that's all you have to do with that one. Oh my goodness. It's kind of scary cute, I guess. Let me stuff it. Okay, it's starting to rain, but I'm just telling you, this might be the scary part. So take little pieces at first, okay, to put in his ears. You want to stuff the parts before you stuff the bear. He has a triangle head, y'all. So far, we'll see. Let me stuff his arms. I may just rip this apart and get my stuffing back. Okay, this is what I got. And I am not sure about it. So I'm going to take my pink embroidery floss. You can get this at Hobby Lobby for sure. And I am going to knot this. Okay? I'm going to put a knot in here. I'm not. Y'all forgive me for laughing. I can laugh at myself. It's okay. This is bulging, but I haven't stitched that up because I'm not even sure about this. So I'm thinking a nose would go right here. So I'm just going to start whip stitching a nose in here. Okay? And all I'm going to do is not pull tight. You don't want to pull tight, okay? I have a problem pulling tight. Now I'm going to go beside this stitch, and I'm going to come out beside that one, and I pulled that too tight. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit in, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to form a triangle for the nose. Now this don't have to be perfect, it's handmade. I shouldn't even say it, but it looks like I made, I'm not even going to say the word, but something that you would stick pins in, you know. Oh me, I don't know about myself. Okay, now I'm going to go down and come up. And then down, and then come up over here. And then back down and up through here somewhere, right through my stitches. Okay, there's his mouth. Oh me, I gotta shape this thing up just a little. Okay, that's where I'm going with it. So I'm gonna go back here and tie this off back here because you won't see it. I hope you won't see it. Nope, you won't see it. It'll be hidden in the fur. So there you go. So there's his nose. Oh, let me put some eyes on it. I did stretch my ear. Got them about the same size. It just, I gotta Snapchat this to my daughter. She's gonna be like, Mom, what the world? Now I'm not putting no beads on this or nothing. So what I'm gonna do for the eye is I'm gonna tie a big knot. Okay, a big knot. Y'all see what I'm doing in a minute. You can't put nothing on here that the baby can chew if she gets it, and you can't put nothing on there that she can chew, okay, and get in her mouth. So I'm just gonna make a big old knot. All right, and then I'm gonna could be eyelashes. I'm gonna trim them. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my needle. I almost said noodle. I must be hungry. But thank the Lord it stopped raining. He's good, ain't he? Okay, so I'm gonna run this through here and out over here. So there's my eye. And then I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna start knotting. Oh shoot, not knotting like that. Good grief. Oh, hold on. I have to pull this string out. Y'all, let me just do this again. I have to shorten my hanger. I have to shorten this thing. I had it hanging too far. Yeah, I'm gonna shorten my hanger. So I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna start making knots until I get a knot right there, like the other side. Okay. Just keep going in your thread until you get a big old knot like the other side. That looks pretty good. Now you know it's in a knot, so just clip your stitches. That makes it look a little better. I'm not sure. It's still kind of scary. Woo, Lord have mercy, the things I do. The things I do. So while I'm in here, I'm just going to get some brown thread, because I have to hand stitch this anyway. And I actually got a piece right here. And I'm going to get a smaller eyed needle, and I'm just going to slip stitch, whip stitch. Y'all, I don't know my stitches. People try to correct me and I appreciate it, but I can't remember what you say. I did a running stitch the other day. Someone told me, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you telling me that I did a running stitch. I don't know these names of these stitches. You'd think if I've been sewing for 100 years, I would know. No, only about 20 something years. But I would know what the names of these stitches are, but I'm at a loss. So what I'm gonna do to sew my bear, I'm giving stitches. Thank God I'm not a doctor. I'm going to the inside, and then I'm going to the inside. Now I'm going to this side, and you're not gonna see these stitches. I use the same color thread, and you're not gonna see this in all this fluffy fuzziness, okay? So I'm gonna stitch my hole up and then tie it off at the end. Okay, y'all, I made indentions with thread on the ears. Okay, now if I would have took it to the machine, I would have just sewed lines through it, but I didn't want to thread brown in the machine, so I did it by hand. But I sent this to I'm so sorry, y'all. I sent this to my daughter, okay, and she said, put ears in it. And so I defined the ears. Now, the baby daddy, absolutely, he said, I love it. I think it's cute. I love it, okay? So what you would do is you'd put it in and put it through, and then it would be attached to your passy through the hole. But I sent it to my friend Lisa in Texas, and she immediately, my daughter and her both, snapped me on Snapchat back and said, Sid the Sloth. So, you know, if I didn't get a bear, at least I got Sid, okay? So I'm just going to keep it in here, and I'm going to show you that I made Sid the Sloth, I guess, instead of bear. A bear, but either way, it's a passy holder, okay? But the other one is most certainly easier. And that one all finished looks like this. Now, I used to embroidery the names down them and all that, but, you know, people don't really do that no more. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not doing it. But I know who my granddaughter is. But anyways, I did tell my daughter that BB will probably be scared of this thing when she gets older. I don't know. But anyhow, this one, you just put it in the pad, and then this goes, you know what I'm saying? Put it in a passy hole. I don't have a passy. And then run it through, and you got it. This is cute. This is, I don't know. But anyway, I'm leaving it in there because I made Sid, and I'm excited about Sid, okay? I can just train my brain to be excited about Sid. Now, you're going to love this last one, okay? So, this last one, I have fabric. This is flannel, okay? And this is leftover from a project. So, I got this from Willow and Stitch. If I can find it again, I'll link it in the description box. But all I done was take and printed her free printable, and then I traced it onto my, what is that thing? You know, it's a food mat, chopping mat thing. So I'm going to do this together because that's how I like to do things. We like to do things together. Yes, we do. So we're going to put this like this. I got one fabric, then I got the other fabric, and they matchy-matchy, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half because you're only getting half a pattern. Now to get this even, I'm just going to take my tool here from Clover and run a line through it because these have to match, okay? Make sure your side seams match. You don't want it wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, and I'm not cutting. This barely fits, y'all. Not even kidding. I might come down just a smidgen. You know what a smidgen is? It's just a hair. You know, a smidgen. Just a smidge. Make sure your smidge is straight when you do this. Now I'm going to just take a pencil, Lord willing, and I'm going to trace right around here. This will be on the inside. Pencil won't hurt nobody. It'll wash out. Now I washed these before I made any projects. Okay, so there it is. So now I'm going to take my pins and I'm going to pin this so that I can cut it at the same time and it won't be wonky. Okay, I just am securing it. Now all I'm going to do is not use those scissors. I'm going to use my longer scissors. They're the same Kai. So I'm just going to go and cut this out right along my stitch line and hold this and make this straight. Alright. Now you're going to need, where'd it go? You're going to need a wood craft ring. The bamboo ones are great. And now if you can find the silicone teethers, those are wonderful, okay? But it ain't never hurt a kid to teeth on wood. So you're gonna need one of these. These are macrame rounds. They have bamboo macrame rounds at Hobby Lobby as well. Now if you do the Dollar Tree, this is what I had on hand. Make sure that you check it for splinters or raw edges, because you know how the Dollar Tree wood is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open. Okay, I'm going to stitch and then, well, first I'll stitch here, go all the way around, and then stitch and then come up. That seriously is amazing for turning. I am going to run my needle all the way to the right and then run this along my presser foot. You know how I do. That's how I like to sew most of the time, because I get everything even. When you get this sewn, it would look like this. Now make sure you clip your corners so it will lay flat and turn easier. Okay, so all you got to do now is just run your thumb up in there, push your bad finger, middle finger, whatever finger, towards it, pull, do the same to the other side. So now you want to make sure that you poke all this out. Now if your seams don't, just roll them. If they don't come all the way out, just roll them. So now you're going to tuck these in. I left a long space just because it's hard to turn this little doodad right here. So I'm going to put it in, pull tight, and I'm going to iron this down. Okay, iron this in because you have to top stitch. So once you have it stitched, all you have to do now is fold it like this. Well, actually, I fold it like this. Okay, and then I run it through here, and then you just grab your ends and pull tight, and you can do this to whatever side you want, and there you have your little teether, and it's so cute. So here is everything I made, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm still ashamed of the bear. I probably wouldn't be posting it, but you know what, we all make mistakes when we're crafting. We're not all perfect crafters, you know. So this is my little, I don't know what, but anyway, I still have a good a good passy clip, and I have a beautiful teether. None of this matches, but my daughter don't care. I will make some that do match. And so yeah, so there they are, and these are the softest little washcloths. I do want to thank you for watching. If you're still here, congratulations. I absolutely love you for sticking with me, because you got a heart, I'm telling you, especially after this one. But anyways, until next time, pray for something better, and remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.